This video discusses how are systems conceptualized in systems thinking. And the material for this video was supported by two authors, Reynolds and Holwell, from their chapter called book chapter that is called Introducing Systems Approaches, which was published in 2010 under the book that they've edited called Systems Approaches to Managing Change, a Practical Guide. So first of all, it's important to know why conceptualization of systems is important, getting our heads around how we are conceptualizing systems. It is because how we conceptualize systems ultimately influence the way that we select available systems approaches. In other words, how we handle these systems. So Reynolds and Holwell described two important standpoints that we need to be aware of when it comes to the nature of systems, one by Cabrera and their colleagues from 2008, and the other one by Chuckland and Jackson at different times from 1978 and 1982. So these authors distinguished systems in terms of thinking about systems and systems thinking, or in other words, hard and soft systems thinking. But formally, we can distinguish, Reynolds and Holwell say formally we can distinguish between systems in terms of how we look at them ontologically and epistemologically. So if ontological, then we would conceptualize systems as representing real-world entities. If epistemological, then we would be conceptualizing systems as learning devices to inquire into real-world entities. But whether ontologically or epistemologically situated, ultimately systems are considered constructs that we humans create to engage with and improve situations of real-world complexity. So based on this conceptualization that I just discussed, we can say that there are two aspects to systems thinking. The first one is to gain a bigger picture, if you like, while the second one is really to appreciate other people's perspectives. In other words, Reynolds and Holwell called these holism and pluralism, where holism becomes about trying to sweep in as many factors as possible to our systems of concern, and pluralism, which is about looking at things from different perspectives of people. What are the implications of holism and pluralism, these two aspects of systems thinking? There are two implications that Reynolds and Holwell point to, which are to be holistic, we need to gain understanding about a system by looking at the relationships between things. And to be pluralistic, we need to start with the situation and its complexity and uncertainty, acknowledge the need to establish what the problem is and the rarity of having and appreciating the rarity of having a single right solution, if you like, to deal with the problem at hand. So hopefully this video gave you a very quick understanding of how are systems conceptualized in systems thinking, and these tend to be considered social constructs, and also the implications of this conceptualization for if you are looking at a phenomena, a situation, or an issue that you are trying to study or investigate.